doing a test this morning on the DJI Action 4. This is going to be a single cam, just like Quasi-Motard. I do recommend his stuff. A lot of times he will be commuting to work. So he does the same thing that I'm doing, just single cam. As you can see, I got my Google Maps on right now. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing here today. I put the GPS on just to see how long it's going to take, because we do have some traffic this morning on 22, and I'm debating about taking that. So the reason why, and of course I got behind the guy with the big truck and the slow pokeness and all that stuff. But yeah, I want to do some testing. I'm actually going to be riding into the sun, so let's see how blown out that's going to be. Let's see how blown out that's going to be. But last night I did the first Cottywomple of the year, and that was at Firehouse, and don't know if that's going to make a video or not. Depends on color correction and if that can work. So I was using a setup similar to what I was listening to what Spite runs. He's one of DJI's biggest fanboys. He should be. They pay him enough. But I followed his instructions for exposure and stuff, and it did not work out well. The thing that I have to remember with him is he has ND filters I do not as of right now. So that is something that I probably should get. This is me coming from GoPro, and this is kind of like the whole gist of my DJI versus GoPro debate. I got an Action 4 so I could see what it's like on the other side. It's no different than me having a Cardo Spirit HD. It's just updating me on how long it's going to take here. So yeah, I have a Spirit HD and a Sena ST1 because I'm being agnostic about the whole situation, because I'm being objective. Nobody's paying me, none of that crap. Whereas you'll have like some you'll have some guy like flat out bash a single brand, and then the two brands that pay them, oh, they're right as rain. So that's something you see in the motovlog, and I think snowboard community. I'm starting to do a little bit more research on reviews, and I'm not liking what's going on with these paid negative reviews, which actually should be illegal. But a lot of times they're thinly veiled comparisons, and yeah, it's not that good. So I want to be like that breath of fresh air, and I do believe there has been a little bit of a breath of fresh air also in the community so FTC came out with new rules in October, right? And so that's when like you can really get your final reviews in, that's where you can just go nuts and say, well, GoPro sucks and GoPro does, all that stuff. There have been a couple that have trickled out past October. Spite had one, and it was a very thinly veiled comparison video. And I know Chase on Two Wheels had one. It was about low light, and yeah, low light sucks on a GoPro. As a GoPro user, and if you saw my drive-in movie theater one where I'm in the tent, yeah, that was horrible. I had a little bit of light, and it was garbage. So I have, get some air in here so I can unfog this. I gotta get pin lock for this helmet. So yeah, I wasn't too thrilled about those two, and the Chase one, he was doing some stuff that was really like he didn't need to do. So yeah, last night I was riding and using Spite's exposure, blew it the heck out. Now I'm gonna play with a LUT. So I went with normal color on the Action 4, which you could get away with. But like a lot of guys say do D-Log, and I did do my Martin Moto in D-Log, and one of the cool things is I do think the Action 4 and the Action 5 are that prosumer grade, whereas GoPro is starting to kind of, to me, not go down market, but go toward an amateur style action camera, whereas I think Insta and DJI are saying, hey, we're here for the prosumer. And I hate to say it, you know, Spite, Dork of the Road, any of these full-time people, I mean, they are prosumers. And probably their editors, because they don't edit anymore, say, hey, quick, put it in D-Log and go for a ride. And then they go, they say their thoughts, they send it to their editors, and then a couple weeks later, pop, it's out. It's a rare, like, whenever I see one of those guys like editing, I'm like, stop, just stop. You admitted that you have editors, we know you're not doing it. So yeah, that's kind of the thing with me here. Let's see how bad this is. So I was riding into the sunset yesterday. I was riding the opposite way. I wonder how bad it is with the sunlight today. This is in normal mode. I did put everything back to auto because I was so disappointed in how bad it was blown out last night. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a LUT, and that's a .LUT. I don't know what that stands for. And I'm going to take that and see if I can fix it. I was doing color grading with that on my Martin Moto video. It's kind of like one of those things that's forcing me to learn something, which is great because, hey, I should be learning every day. And I do have to watch some other color correction videos, like I think John has one on his Creator Reality channel. The only thing is, like, I haven't had one where it's a LUT, where it's go from this to this. I've never seen a guy say, hey, I have an Action 5 or an Action 4 and I use DaVinci. I've found them, but not really. So it's all dependent on, it is all dependent on the video. Like, I found one guy, he was a motorcyclist, and he had 3 different looks. He had one on landscape, one on the bike like this, and then one on something else that I forgot to watch. I hope on his face, because I do want to show my face more. I do want to, like, say, hey, I'm a human being, I'm not AI. But that's kind of the reason why I got the DJI. So I didn't get it to be a motovlogging camera. I got it to be either a front-facing camera or the actual, like, when you're on site camera, like the talking head camera. The GoPro does a good job as a helmet cam, and I think that's why a lot of guys in 2024, when given the Action 4, they did not just kick it to the curb. They did not kick the GoPro to the curb. They're like, no, we need this as our helmet cam. And I'll give you 2 examples, so so you can say I'm not bullshitting you. Adobo Moto. I'm not gonna lie, he has an entire video where he, like, kisses ass the entire time, and then the very last 5 minutes he goes, yeah, by the way, GoPro's still gonna be my helmet cam, which is hilarious. And then after a nuclear meltdown in Florida, her 2 wheels had decided that she wanted to go back to cameras, back to GoPro cameras. And like, my attitude toward that was, hey, do I want to? No, I don't want to be in gridlock. Let's see if I can get to work by 7:43. So they actually switched over back to GoPro. They might have used DJI as a front-facing or something. I don't know. But, like, I know and she still has problems with the Action 5. I know Jess from her Two Wheels has issues with the mic. I saw Lolly, who is a local. I should call her a local. She's PA. She's Hershey area. She's had issues with the mic too, and I can't believe like her agent let her put that out. It was so bad. I think she put it on backwards, and yeah, I just was not impressed with either one. So yeah, they kind of those two. That was funny. They both had issues with the mic. I haven't seen other people have issues with the mic. I have seen the mic look really good, and yeah, now it's back up to 747. But let's see if I can. But this is all experimentation. This is what the difference between me and like those people are. They're big time people who have to, you know, they get paid to talk about this stuff. I don't. I can do whatever I want. So the other thing is like, and I'm all for low light because hey, I needed it once or twice. And my question is about low light. How many of you motovloggers actually need it? Like you big time professional ones. Like I see Chase Chase on Two Wheels to do night every once in a while. Adobo Moto does it more than anybody, so okay. But like if you watch Spite, if you watch her Two Wheels, if you watch Blockhead, if you watch JT shit, well he uses a GoPro 4, I think. He's something, he don't care. I think he uses some better equipment too. Anyway, but yeah, they all use, they're not filming at night. Now, I'm going to say this about Dork in the Road, with the whole moto camping thing, I think, yeah, you definitely need a low light camera. I would hope once he's at the campfire, he's using something a little bit more powerful than an action cam. Don't know. That would be a question for him. He doesn't do live streams anymore, so you can't ask him. So, but yeah, like I think that is, you want to have a decent low light camera for that, and that's one of the reasons why I got this. I was like, well, if I go moto camping, I want to have something that works better. So let's go. Please don't pull out in front of me here. I got my turn signal off, but I don't trust this mother. Okay, we are safe. But yeah, I'm really interested. Like, I'm riding into the sun. How bad is it looking? I was riding with the sun yesterday. Like I said, I put everything back onto auto, so hopefully that fixes it. I have been watching a bunch of different people. Gemini Connect. There's some other girl. She's from the UK. Actually, her stuff, like just for vlogging, is really cool. She ended up going to some like church. I was like, oh, this is really neat. Just testing this out, explaining like how to white balance with this thing, and so she was awesome. I can't remember her name. I want to say it's Tamara. I might be completely off. I'm not sure. And but I'll put a link up, or I'll put her name up on the side here. But yeah, she's been really doing a really good job. I don't know if DJI is paying her. I don't think so, but who knows? But she's doing a great job, and it's been great just learning about the camera. And that's the other thing. Like, I've been learning more when you get out of the motorcycle people, which is just like GoPro sucks, buy this camera. You actually get a lot more information. I'd like to see, and Spike did a really good video a couple weeks ago about like, hey, you don't have to have the most expensive moto camera setup, and he took the Action 5 because he had it. He could have used the Action 4. Said, hey, you can buy an Action 4. I mean, and right now it's on sale, so he took the Action 5, He put that on a more affordable mount. I forget if he glued that mount or if he just slapped it on. He actually threw a little shade at chin mount, so hey, that's actually a surprise. So either they didn't give him one, or people are falling out of love with that stuff. And the other thing is, like, he just went through it all, and they're actually, like, and Her Two Wheels actually did a really good review lately. Not a bashing review about GoPro. She, I guess, I don't know if she got paid or if it was an affiliate link deal. That was not clear, and I wish she would have been clearer on that. I think she should have been clearer on that. 2 Insta360 Ace Pro 2s, and they're for sale at, like, I forget what store, not B&H, but Endorama, something like that. Another one of the camera shops. So I don't know if she made a deal with them. I don't know if she made a deal with Insta360. Again, we're going into sale season. One of the reasons why I got this open box was because the other stuff was, like, on sale. So everything has gone down. I paid $190 for this out the door. And this is an open box unit. I had been looking for a GoPro 10, and I really like GoPro. The reason why I was going for a 10 was the color grading is the same. You could do, you know, I learned that from John. The color grading is exactly the same, and it works. He's right. Like, I could actually use 2 with the remote. My issue was GoPro 10s. Now, this is came out 3-4 years ago. It's like still 150 to 180 bucks. So GoPros definitely keep their value, which you wouldn't think they would, but hey, the normal public doesn't know. And I like to see what would happen when these, if the tariffs happen, if they go up. But anyway, so you have that going on, and I'm like, I keep looking. I was there was one eBay auction I was really doing good on. I did really good. I thought I was gonna win it. It was gonna be like a really great kit for 195 bucks. I think it sold for over 200. Somebody beat me at the very last minute, and hey, you want to pay over 200? It was a good kit, just not over $200 good. So I was like, all right, if that was your cap, good for you, buddy. And but what I'm seeing with a lot of these GP10s is they're still retailing way too high. So I was like, well, I could buy a 1.5-year old camera for $190, and there's a lot of things that, you know, it's still pretty popular. So that's what I did. I ended up buying the that's why one of the reasons why I bought it. The other reason is to make content like this. Like, hey, I can't say, how dare you insult my camera without trying the other camera. And that's why like DJI and Insta sends these guys new GoPro 13s. And whenever you hear them say the balls,
I thought it was a pretty ballsy move. That just goes to show how confident actually is in their product, and it takes balls.
I love the ballsiness.
That's code for they still looked at my video. I'm sorry. I still think, like, these companies don't have balls. These companies still look at the videos. So, and they still give you a thumbs up, thumbs down if it's okay. So, I mean, I will say Spite said his last one, his opinions are his own, so maybe DJI didn't care, but he wasn't also saying anything bad about, you know, GoPro or bad about DJI. So I think they were like, hey, just make a quick video, we'll pay for this. But when it comes to actual, like, comparison videos, none of their thoughts are their own. I think they have, like, a word bubble that they're given, and they have it. There is a little bit of an agenda. Chilly this morning. It's 30 degrees, high of 50, but it actually looks nice. My weather app is saying it's going to be cloudy all day. I don't know what's going on with the weather. Neither does the weather people. They're like, oh yeah, it's gonna be crap today, and next thing I know, it's like beautiful. Yesterday there was supposed to be high winds. Oh look, race car chassis. But yeah, it's just a lot of. And this is the place where Dorney Park scraps their rides, by the way. Yeah, it's just a lot of. Like the weather was weird. Like yesterday, I would go outside. I'm like, shit, I could have rode. I left something in my car that I had to bring to work, so I didn't. Ah, shoot. I think I have a bill in my car. That's okay. I have it on email. So that's kind of what we're dealing with right now, and you know. But yeah, back to the whole action cam here. I know. I'm sorry. It's annoying. I keep going on and on and on about it. So yeah, I talked about price. I talked about how I'm gonna probably do like a decent final review, a decent comparison, and I'm gonna do it a different way than what everybody else does. Because what I'm getting from other people is just really, just like, oh hey, GoPro sucks, and it's like, yeah, it does. Yeah, it has some quirks. It has some things I really don't like. This thing actually has some really nice things about it that I wish GoPro would adopt. It might not be able to because of patent reasons. But, you know, and that came up on one of my groups. They're like, oh, GoPro sucks again. I'm like, guys, GoPro sucks and birds go tweet. I go, by the way, like, all these, because somebody tried to show a comparison video again. I say, you can show comparison videos all you want. That's not showing the damning evidence that GoPro is behind. And I told them to watch the Company Man review. Company Man has a very good video about it. Alright, so this is the part of the ride I absolutely hate. And this is one of the worst parts just because of the intersection here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it off here. All right, I want to thank you guys for watching. It's good test. I want to see how it looks in the sun, and this is just using normal color. And on my way home, I'm probably gonna actually do some cattywampling. I'm gonna pick up there's 2 coffee shops I could pick up on my way home, which isn't too bad. The Dunkin' Donuts by my house, I'm actually going to use that as the last one. That is my plan. Also got to send the Demented Instigator, that's the person who runs it. I got to see if Sheetz and Wawa is allowed. Because they both have their own coffee, but they're not really coffee shops, but they're a place to get coffee. And coffee. There, I finally said it. So yeah, I gotta just touch base with that, but I want to pick up 2 more cattywamples. I think I have to hit 300. So if I hit 3 today, I'm already doing great. But yeah, so anyway, guys, I think this is going to be it for the day, at least for the morning. I'll have an afternoon run. We'll talk about maybe coffee shops, some local ones around here. I think that might be a better thing to do. And anyway, I'll catch you guys later.